You've been told a lie, and that lie is wrapped up in two words: limited liability. If you're a UK business owner, you think that limited suffix at the end of your company name is a bulletproof vest. You've been led to believe that you've built a legal fortress between your business risks and your family's dinner table. You think that if the business goes under or if you pass away, the debt just evaporates into the atmosphere. It doesn't. In the real world, the world where high street banks and commercial lenders actually play your debt, doesn't die when you do. It just looks for a new host. And more often than not, that host is your grieving spouse and your children's inheritance. Today, I'm going to show you how limited liability becomes unlimited disaster for the people you love most. I'm going to show you how the bank has already planned for your funeral. You need to know why the bank gave you that loan. It wasn't because they believed in your vision. It was because they secured your vision against your personal reality. When you signed for that business loan, that line of credit, or that equipment finance, the bank slipped a piece of paper in front of you called a personal guarantee. The moment you sign that, you effectively pierced the corporate veil yourself. You gave them a spare key to your house and told them to use it the moment things got quiet. You told the bank, if my business can't pay, my family will. You see, the debt is a living thing. It has a contract. And in the UK, that contract doesn't have a death clause. It has a succession clause. It means the debt is a continuing security. It doesn't care if you're in the boardroom or in a casket. Let's talk about the mechanics of the debt machine. Most people think banks are mean. Banks aren't mean. Banks are algorithms. Day 1 to 30, you pass away. The business is in shock. The bank is notified. They don't send flowers. They trigger a risk event. Day 31 to 60, the bank's software flags the account. Under UK banking terms, the death of a director is often a default event. It sees the key person is gone and assumes the business is now a sinking ship. Then there is the probate trap. This is the part they don't teach you in business school. In the UK, your executors cannot distribute your assets, your house, your savings, your life's work to your children until all creditors are satisfied. Because of that personal guarantee, the bank moves to the front of the queue. They become a super beneficiary of your will. Your widow opens a letter thinking it's about the business, but it's actually about her front door. The bank says, the business cannot sustain this debt without the founder. We are calling the guarantee. Pay us in 14 days or we begin proceedings against the property. The debt didn't die. It just moved from your office desk to your kitchen table. You need to understand the true definition of an inheritance. Most of you think you're leaving an inheritance of assets. You think you're leaving a business valued at 2 or 3 million pounds. But a UK small business without its founder is often just a pile of expensive desks and a lease. Its value can drop to zero overnight, but the debt is a fixed constant. If you owe £500,000, that £500,000 doesn't care that the business is gone. A rich man leaves a legacy that pays for his family. A poor man, even one who makes a lot of money, leaves a legacy that his family has to pay for. Are you building a bridge for them to walk across, or are you building a toll booth that they can't afford to pass? If you have an unfunded personal guarantee, you haven't left them a business. You've left them a lawsuit. Now, how do the masters handle this? They don't hope for the best. They use economic offsetting. They realize the bank has a contract on their life. So they create a counter contract. In the UK, we call this business loan protection, but you should see it as the contract killer. It is a specific structure, ideally held in a business trust, that says the moment the guarantor dies, the debt is erased. It doesn't get negotiated with the bank. it gets deleted. The money hits the debt like a laser, cancels the personal guarantee, and releases your family's home from the machine before the first probate hearing even happens. It is the difference between your family inheriting a business and your family inheriting a burden. One allows them to grieve, the other forces them to fight. You should never make your widow fight a bank while she's mourning her husband. If you have a personal guarantee today, I want you to look at it for what it really is. It is a lien on your family's future. Being a good provider isn't just about the money you bring home on Friday. It's about the security you leave behind on Monday. If you haven't funded your guarantees, you are gambling with money that doesn't belong to you. It belongs to your children's education and your spouse's peace of mind. That isn't high performance business. That's just irresponsible speculation. In the UK, the banks are efficient and the laws are clear. You don't fight an algorithm with hope. You fight it with a better contract. Your debt is looking for a home. Make sure it never finds yours. Go look at your loan documents, count the guarantees. Then get the counter contracts in place to cancel them out. Don't let your legacy be the reason your family loses their home. I have put a list of resources for you in the description of this video. Don't leave a debt. Leave a legacy. I'm Fumi. This is FumiVox. Let's get fit together. I'll see you in the next one.